Hello everyone, this is Karst and welcome back to part 12 of Control. So I did a little bit of research and it turns out the Dark Place is the start of another DLC, and it's some sort of crossover, shared universe thing with the Alan Wake games because it's the same developer that created those. Unfortunately, I've never played the Alan Wake games, so all the references that they've been alluding to in the game so far, they've been going entirely over my head. And I can expect the same when I do this DLC. So I'm just going to go ahead and start it. And we'll figure it out from there. Okay.
Darkness engulfed the elevator. There was something there. A presence. Jesse Faden could hear it. A call. It was faint. Reaching for her from a dark place. Faden was sensitive to visitations. She had them all the time. From her guiding star and the previous director. She was the perfect receiver. As if she'd been made for this. Faden paused to feel it. The force at play here. It was changing things around her, subtle. Trying to make her act. Faden didn't like that. Her guide felt it too. Polaris didn't flare up in defense as with the hiss. So it wasn't all bad. Not a hostile transmission. It was powerful, but it was coming from far away. And made weak because of the distance. It was a distress call. Faden sensed a drowning man. A man desperate to escape. She sensed something else, too. A hunger in the dark. Not unlike the hostile resonance. Waiting. She knew that desperate acts can have grim consequences. It was this, more than the man's despair, that made her follow the call. The elevator lights winked back on. The darkness receded like a memory. There was a new button on the elevator control panel. Investigation Sector. Faden pressed the button. The elevator doors slid shut with practiced bravado.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to assume that's the voice actor for Alan Wake or something.
There, reaching for her, trying to make her act. It was a distress call.
Okay.
Faden
So
sensed a drowning man.
okay, well they said there's a new button to go to investigations, but I'm not seeing it.
Investigation Sector.
Maybe we have to wait for this to finish.
Investigation Sector, huh?
Okay.
I should check this out.
DLC time, I suppose. I don't know how long this is supposed to be either. So I don't think this is all going to fit in one episode. I would be surprised if it did. But then again, I also did play Greed Falls DLC, story DLC, and that only took me one episode as well, so we'll see how it goes. Well, it's dark in here.
Hello? Anyone here?
Guess not.
There's stuff. There's stuff everywhere. Lots to read. Ethics investigation. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, Internal Investigation P-1429 was launched into the legality of the Prime Candidate Program, blank, by the Federal Bureau of Control. Since all known subjects relevant to the investigation used executive privilege to decline interviews, very little first-hand information was gathered. However, anonymous sources and documentations declassified by Mr. Kirkland both paint an alarmingly clear picture of systematic blank and blank. Blanks were brought into the oldest house and placed under blank examination and testing with the aim of appointing one as director upon maturity. This program has produced no successful cases and only resulted in the traumatic blank of paranaturally inclined blank. Not only is this in breach of the Ash Act, but it flies in the face of basic human blank. This investigation team unequivocally blanked the Prime Candidate Program and recommends that it be blanked immediately. Compiled by Patricia Lewis, Special Agents, by order of William Kirkland, Head of Investigations. Okay, I have to go down there, but there's so much to read. Tractor procedures. Item is not in Bureau custody. None known. It's a Frank Elk tractor. It's olive green. There's dried blood on the grill when last seen. The item is capable of vocalized responses or growls and unmanned locomotion. Considered highly aggressive and dangerous. The item first came to the Bureau's attention after the death of William Burrow. owner of Burrow Farm outside of Trenton, Texas. Local authorities arrived on scene after an employee found the mutilated body of Mr. Burrow beneath his tractor. Police arrived, but were immediately driven away by the tractor. Panicked calls to federal authorities were intercepted by Bureau communications staff, and his team was dispatched. Upon arrival, the agents approached the item. It responded by growling like a bear. 3 agents were injured when they tried to detain the item, which escaped. Aerial searches for the item are ongoing. Alright. Speaking to Mrs. Burrow only revealed that she had a domestic altercation with Mr. Burrow earlier the night of the incident. Whether these events are connected is currently unknown. Okay. There is stuff everywhere. Actually everywhere. Missing agents. Mr. Kirkland, here are the latest agents confirmed missing, presumed dead, from the containment breach yesterday. Agent Jonathan Connor, Researcher Ezra Cruz, Agent Carolyn Dempsey, Agent Lindsay Malcolm, Agent Charles Murray, Agent Derek Shaw. Letters of condolence will be delivered to you to sign prior to sending them to their families. You will be updated as soon as additional confirmations are made. Also, per your request, a network engineer checked how many cases were backed up digitally. Unfortunately, a large number of active investigations were not archived yet, and the only hard copies of reports exist behind the firebreak. They're lost, I'm afraid. Okay, that's fine. There's a lot of documents to read. I don't know what I was about to say. Official findings report on Dr. Casper Darling. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation was launched into the ethical practices of Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Despite the accounts of anonymous blanks regarding inhumane treatment of a blank currently housed in the Bureau, our official findings regarding this were inconclusive. Numerous obstacles arose during this investigation. The majority of blank sector personnel seemed to be wholly unaware of any such blank contained there. One blank confirmed the blank's codename to be blank, but all files pertaining to that name were inaccessible, being classified under the highest clearance level. Investigators were similarly blocked from entering the blank research wing to interview its staff. The matter was further complicated by lack of clarity on whether non-human paranatural entities warrant humane treatment. While this investigation cannot address any charges against Dr. Darling, we do recommend an investigation into blank research. Okay.
It's a lot more crowded than the rest of the Bureau.
You're not wrong. Casey inquiry. Mr. Denise. A request came through recently from an FBI agent asking for all our files on Bright Falls, specifically on the disappearance of the author Alan Wake. Per the Interagency Information Exchange Agreement, I had some paper pushers gather up a folder of all pre-approved files. Don't worry, all the inappropriate material is either missing or redacted. But I am writing to let you know that we received this request from a special agent named Alex Casey. Sounds familiar, right? That's because Alex Casey is the name of the fictional detective in those hard-boiled crime books Alan Wake wrote. Pretty interesting that an FBI agent sharing a name with the most famous character Wake wrote is looking into a case dealing with the writer's fiction coming true. I think this is worth looking into, but what's your opinion? Just give the work and I'll start surveillance on this guy. Special Investigator Gleason. Alright. There's a lot to read in here. Yep. And it's very dark. Tractor supplement. Supplementary materials. Note, miscommunication led to a local coroner examining the body of William Burrow. Burrow, William, male, Caucasian. He's a 33-year-old man found dead on his property, per police report. Remains obtained for coroner's office also include blood, urine, bile, stomach contents, and bone fragments. Autopsy findings. Blunt force injuries to the head. Lacerations to the left ear and cheek. Blunt force injuries to the extremities. Dislocation of the right knee. Complete avulsion of the right upper extremity with associated fracture of the proximal right humerus. Extensive trauma, abdominal region. Complete avulsion of multiple organs, including stomach, heart, liver, pancreas, kidneys, and portions of the large and small intestine, which are all missing from the scene. Conclusion. It is my opinion that Mr. Burrow's death is not the result of a mechanical accident, as claimed by authorities. The removal of organs is consistent with animal attack. Well, the tractor probably did it. I don't know whether or not it actually ate the organs, but... Resignation letter. Federal Bureau of Control in 2019. To whom it may concern. It is with great anger and regret that I tender my resignation as head of investigations for the Federal Bureau of Control. I do this in protest of the rampant disregard for my department's blank. My staff cannot continue to work in these conditions. Previous requests and warnings have fallen on deaf ears, so I must now rely on my actions to speak louder than my words ever could. I blame the situation on our blanks, who has routinely ignored my request for assistance in reclaiming the parts of the investigation sector lost with the blank loose out inside. I will never forget the screams of brave agents begging for us to open that fire break. I will carry that shame for the rest of my days. The blanks has failed his agents. I shall never forgive him for that. Sincerely, William Kirkland. Oh, he resigned. Did not know that. Something tells me maybe don't hit the red button yet until I've read everything. Staffing issue. Mr. Denise. So yes, there is an increase in AWE cases, and yes, it would be a good idea to put together a special task force to examine exactly why that is. However, it seems that a tiny little detail has slipped through the cracks. We don't have the staff. If you expect us to detect, investigate, and process more AWE cases, you need to give us more people. It's simple math. Between the staff we lost in the Hartman thing, and the ones who left for the other departments after Kirkland quit, we're barely managing to keep up with the workload. Hell, just filing the paperwork for all the altered items we left behind in the sector has been an ordeal. Another thing, and this is going to sound paradoxical, but we have an overcrowding situation. This lobby isn't meant to accommodate a whole sector's worth of staff. We put forward a motion to move investigations to a more suitable location months ago. It better not still be sitting on your desk. The people are getting restless, and as Kirkland's interim replacement, it's your job to handle it. Best regards, Agent Grayson. Alright, there's a lot of pressure in this department, I'm thinking. I will take that. Thank you. A shaded facet. Underhill background. Yes, tell me more. Dr. Raya Underhill is a professor at the University of Woodrow in the United Kingdom, where she teaches biology with a focus on botany. Dr. Underhill once worked with the Bureau as a parabotanist stationed in the research sector of the oldest house. She served with no incidents or demerits and is praised by those who formerly worked with her, including Dr. Darling. Dr. Underhill has no known connections to paracriminal organizations or any record of breaching her NDAs since leaving the Bureau. Her civilian behavior has been ideal, with the exception of an ongoing personal relationship with Dr. Darling, that appears to have begun during their time as co-workers in the research sector and revisited intermittently ever since. Depending on the duration of her work in the oldest house, it may be required to have both parties sign a relationship clearance form. This investigation has found no compelling reason to deny Dr. Darling's request to offer Dr. Underhill an interim position with the aim of finding a solution to the mold threshold issue. Compiled by Agent Lisa Keenum, the external investigator, and this was still by order of William Kirkland, who was head of investigations. So a lot of these documents, he was still working. I don't know how recently he resigned. Director investigation. Okay. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, blank blank was launched into the blank of Director Zachariah Trench. A recent change in blank witnessed in Director Trench, including aggressive blank when blank with other staff, have been observed. However, this investigation is aimed at interpreting this issue rather than proving it. Notable blanks between Dr. Trench, I keep saying doctor. Notable blanks between Director Trench and Dr. Darling has been witnessed by numerous Bureau staff. Although both declined to meet for an interview on the matter, witness accounts suggest their arguments center around the Dimensional Research Wing and the blank kept inside. However, no evidence exists to confirm Director Trench's blank as anything more than interpersonal disagreements. This investigation has concluded that Director Trench's behavior is not indicative of any blank and that his fitness to lead is not in question. Refer to file blank for full report. Alright. Trench, official warning. Kirkland, I am growing tired of your blatant attempts to lay your incompetence at my doorstep. I know you want this to be true, but you are head of investigations. This failure is your responsibility. What did you think could happen, holding a dangerous specimen in investigations? The containment sector exists for a reason. They are better trained and better equipped for this type of work. In fact, they have admirably taken on certain AWE monitoring responsibilities that your staff are no longer capable of. This happens more and more now. And don't think your petty internal investigations have gone past my notice. You are a worm. Everything I've done has been for the benefit of the Bureau. The Prime Candidate program only failed because of Darling. You are both failures plotting against me. You are traitors, but the truth will emerge out of you. You are choosing to become my enemy, Kirkland. You don't want to be. Zachariah Trench, Director of the Federal Bureau of Control. Okay, I can't tell if he's becoming paranoid or if he's right. Probably just paranoid. Okay, I think that's everything I could read in this section. there's the fire break. The sector head office I've already gone through, so yeah, let's move on ahead and grab this control point. Boop.
It's not working.
I lied, I'm not doing that.
Probably a loose power core somewhere.
Yeah, probably. I don't know where to plug it in, though. I'm actually not sure where to plug it in. I didn't see anything. I guess I could follow the cord. Get over here.
There.
That'll do.
Now that gate should open.
Perfect. What's gonna jump at me? Boop. There's a lot to read. Specimen Escape Assessment. The purpose of Internal Investigation X-39-7 is to examine the containment failure of specimen SI-1 that resulted in the deaths of 8 ex-agents. An inspection report of the containment equipment 3 days earlier showed no faults. Investigators suspect human error to be the cause, yet no department has provided any evidence to support this. Technicians were able to recover the researchers' notes on the specimen from the internal network. On the blank of blank, the specimen began displaying a sharp increase in aggressive blanks. Cross-referencing that date with various logs found only 2 events inconsistent with the sector's daily routine. 1. The air filters were changed. And 2. An hour prior to the incident, a civilian named Alice Blank entered the sector regarding an unrelated investigation. Given their connection to the same AWE case, it is likely that Mrs. Blank's presence is relevant to the specimen's escape and to the blank. Investigation is ongoing. Alright. Not sure how that will come into play, but I'm sure it will. They didn't put that there for nothing. None of this involves her name. But I don't actually even know the date of these events, so... Anyway, give me the control point, and maybe turn on the light. Please and thank you. Is that another way into the Ocean View Motel? I assume it is.
I'm no detective, but something definitely happened here.
Yeah, no kidding. Blessed Organization. This group or individual has operated outside of the Bureau's notice for decades, perhaps longer, displaying a level of skill and caution rarely seen in paracriminal groups. A review of past cases has found various mentions of their activity over the years. In 2016, a production company called Blessed Pictures was connected to an altered item case, as well as the death of an agent from exposure to illicit paranatural materials. In 1994, a Los Angeles-based public speaker named Chester Bless was involved in the illegal use of an altered item. In 1988, a business called Blessed Repair and Service was suspected of involvement with an object of power case, perhaps even creating it. None of these businesses or individuals have ever been located. However, their connection to appearances of altered items and objects of power is too direct to be considered circumstantial. An arrest order has been issued for any persons believed to be involved with the Blessed Organization. Okay. Maybe that's a thing that shows up in Alan Wake. Like some blessed company or something like that. Before I go in there, let's see if there's anything I can clear out. Can't do that. I don't really need to build any of these. Don't care about jukebox. Okay. Let's get in the Ocean View Motel. 1, 2, boop. Oh, hello.
Do we know each other? This feels familiar. I can't seem to... I've forgotten it. I'm sorry. My name is Alan Wake. Who are you? Who are you? Do I know you?
I'm your friend Tom. Tom Zane. There's nothing to worry about.
Tom. The poet. The diver. You look different.
That was just a role. A character. The protagonist I played in my old film. I'm a filmmaker. An auteur like yourself. We're working on this together, remember? An artistic collaboration. You need a drink.
Oh. This is very trippy.
Endless darkness. Nothing holds still.
We're very close now. You've been writing. You found a way to escape. It'll work this time.
Riding?
You found a way!
No. I don't... Wait. There's something. It's my double. He's out there. I've seen him.
Yeah. Nothing to worry about. I'm dealing with it. It's fine, my friend. Let me handle him.
You've met him? What the hell?
Now, come on. You misunderstand me.
So, maybe that's of relevance to people who actually played
That was
Alan Wake.
Alan Wake, the writer who went missing in that AWE case I read about.
But for me personally, I have no idea what's going on. Which is a little unfortunate.
And Thomas Zane was with him. The poet. No,
Yes.
wait. He was a filmmaker. I always remember that wrong.
Yeah, we kind of heard about that in the interview last episode, actually. Whoa. Janitor's closet again? Okay. I'm kind of like, wasn't Alan Wake like a horror game or something? I don't know the details. Oh.
Dr. Emil Hartman, devoured by hungry darkness.
Okay, let's just watch the whole thing and know what he's actually talking about.
Dr. Emil Hartman was desperate. The Federal Bureau of Control had stolen his life's work. This was his last chance, his final experiment. What he'd been too scared to do before. Hartman dove into the lake, was taken, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman. Only an echo of him remained, fragmented impulses on autoplay, violent, bloodthirsty darkness in the driver's seat. Emerging from the lake, the thing was captured by the FBC. Brought in, contained, studied. The thing broke loose, killed everyone it could. The FBC fell back and sealed the sector. The thing was alone in the dark, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came. Not darkness, but similar enough. A sound. A resonance.
Oh.
It shouldn't be a surprise. If there's one, why not another? The darkness inside the thing could have been immune, could have resisted, fought, could have been passed by, passed through with no effect. But it didn't, and it wasn't. Maybe it had grown weaker over time, not aged. It was timeless, but weaker with no link to its source. A metamorphosis followed. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
Okay, sure. I assume we're gonna have to run into whoever that is at some point?
Became the thing that had been Hartman. Broke loose. Killed everyone it could. Lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came. A resonance.
1, 2, 3. Okay, we're back. That's all shattered and stuff. But I can fly! So it matters not. Oh, hello. Could I actually jump over there from here, do you think? Oh, I guess I have to. Let me at least see if there's something over here. Nope. Time to dip. Maybe don't go to the bloodstain yet. Let me go to the yellow stuff. Oh, this does open. Okay, in that case, let me see the bloodstain. Did it squish someone? Oh, yep, that it did. Okay. I wonder if I could have traversed to the other ones in the other area, too. Now that I think about it. From one bridge to the other.
Creepy, damp, and abandoned.
Yep, that's the investigation sector.
Why did Wraith want me to come here?
I don't know. Well, things are happening. Yep, things are happening. Thank you. Ballistic ground slam boost. Is that new? Question mark? It's a weapon mod. Really? Okay. A little confused by that. Oops. I think I just picked it up, but what is that? Ground slam damage after the weapon hits. So I have to hit someone with the gun before I get the ground pound? Okay, well.
That doesn't look like a house shift. Do I even want to know?
I'm getting the feeling the answer is no. No. Oh, this is trippy. But that's kind of been the entire game so far, just trippy. Gimme! So now this gives me a respawn point at least if I die. This is a bathroom, I think I've already been in here. Yeah, okay. Okay, so there's more hiss, there's hiss. They're a decent level, too. Okay. Alright. Gimme. I know there's a guy behind me. So far so good.
Of course, the hiss are already in.
Of course they are. Why would they not be? The hiss are everywhere. Hartman arrest. Offender name, Hartman Emil, or Emil. Victim names, Wake, Allen, Anderson, Tor, Anderson, Odin, blank, Lane, Rudolph, DeSole, Wendy, Emerson, Thomas, blank. Officer names, Dennis, Special Agent Remy. Charges, kidnapping of altered individual, sanctions against altered organizations, obstruction of Bureau investigation, breaching the Ash Act. Offender's property seized as evidence to be used in conjunction with ongoing AWE investigation. Offender's personal effects have been sent to research for analysis. After being cleared by Bureau researchers, all victims have been released. Biannual surveillance orders were assigned to each except for the Anderson brothers due to their senility, and Wake, possibly deceased. Alright. You're a very bright light. Kind of wish I could toss all that stuff aside, but I guess I can't. I mean, I can see that there's stuff in there. I'm not blind. I can see that. Maybe I can break through the wall because there's a hanging painting there. And the painting shows a broken wall. See, this type of thing, they did not show you. I kind of wish there was a tutorial. Otherwise, how would you know? But I've already mentioned that a few times now. Thank you. I'm sure there's a lot to read in here somewhere. Something here. Hello. Twitch gossip. Is this a standard Twitch stream? Hello, my feet gossip at night and now I have to wear shoes to bed. Sincerely, me. Okay. Okay, this area is quite large, actually. Larger than I thought.
Whoa. Looks like the house has gotten a little wild in here.
Just a bit. Can't get anywhere from there. So that only leaves a way up from the abandoned offices.
This
What the hell is that?
is blocking the door. So now I have to deal with an interdimensional noise and sentient shadows.
Aim a powerful light source. Well, there was that light that I found earlier that I threw away, unfortunately. Hello? This works.
Light burns it away, huh?
Okay, but let me
Makes sense.
check this out. So that's what all these lights are for. Can I please have a flashlight? Oh, I feel like I tripped on something. Well, I mean, at least this way I have a flashlight. I finally got what I wished for. And I can throw it at people if I'm in a pinch. So we're in good shape. I guess the yellow stuff means, hey, come land on this. Probably a good idea. How do I just drop something? I guess I can't. Okay. Am I taking damage in here? I shouldn't be. I'm immune to mold. I know I can destroy that, though. Is this a secret? Is this a thing? Was there a purpose to that? Lots of questions, no answers. Hello. That's like every single one now, right? This is very trippy. Okay, so I destroyed all the ooze and stuff, but don't think it unlocked anything for me. Well, it was worth trying after the side quest I did before. Okay, time to go. Okay, that freaked me out. Is Hartman alive? I've heard that line before too. The baby, baby, baby thing and orange peel. Isn't that the same thing that my brother was saying? That Dylan was saying when I was talking to him about his dream? So apparently if you can't keep a light for too long, because if you keep a light for too long, it will shatter, I suppose. Operations Center.
The third thing. The sound made darker, the darkness made louder.
Excuse me? No, you're the hotline.
The resonance carves its way through the thing that had been Hartman, vibrating, remolding. The sound changes the darkness, and the darkness changes the sound. They both changed what remained of Hartman. They all turned into something else. A third thing. The sound made darker. The darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched. Stretched as anyone when seen from out of time, like a worm through time. Almost an Ouroboros, a spiral, a maelstrom. The gravity well of a black hole, twisting inward, tightening, taking you deeper and deeper to the bottom, the heart, and through to the other side. The third thing said, when you hear this, you will know you're in new you. He said, we build you till nothing remains. He said, under the conceptual reality, behind this reality, you must want these ways to drag you away. He said, baby, 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 yeah, orange peel. The third thing was a monster. He'd tear apart any ordinary person crossing his path.
Well, I'm an person from Ordinary. Oh, you're talking about me now.
Ordinary about Faden.
Okay.
Hartman was stretched, like a worm through time. The third thing was a monster. Now
I
we
need that
crashed
light.
out of darkness toward Faden.
Remember that light I just threw away? I need more of it. Crap. I'm sure I'll find more opportunities. Yeah, I'm sure I'll find more opportunities. It's fine. Because I see darkness through that door, so I can't get through. Can't get through that yet. There's a lot of whispering going on in here. Interrogation complaint. Kirkland. So you put me on desk duty because I did the thing I was hired to do? My job? Want to know what I call that? Bullshit. Asking us to interrogate these scum without using words like altered items or AWEs or paracriminal is the stupidest thing I've heard in my life, and I've heard some stupid things. They already know the facts. Hell, they know just as much as us, if not more, and they get to sit there laughing at us while we dance around our words, trying not to leak classified terminology. They already know the terminology. If you think pulling me off the case will stop me, then think again. That piece of shit blew up all those tracks. He killed those people, all to make a train turn altered. We have him dead to rights, and you need to let me back in on that interrogation cell so that I can get him to flip on his buddies. These people are terrorists and deserve to be treated as much. This won't stop unless we stop them. You can go ahead and put me on suspension. See if that slows me down. Agent Hewitt. Okay. Some people are not happy. Side quest time! Black Market. A black market hub specializing in the trade of occult talismans, relics, and other assorted ceremonial objects, as well as genuine altered and paranatural materials, was raided in blank. Czech Republic by a team of special investigators. Unsuccessful attempts by suspects to escape using altered items resulted in numerous casualties and prevented the Bureau from questioning all participants. The following interrogations revealed that not only is there a vast network of these retailers, but that they seem to be gathering information on altered items and other paranatural materials from sources unknown to the Bureau. The Bureau's concern here is threefold. A. There is a growing underground market for paranatural materials, which implies a growing awareness of their existence among a niche group of the general public. B. These criminal individuals do not seem aware of the item's paranatural powers, and their attempts to activate them could prove devastating if done in populated areas. C. The motivations of these collectors are largely unknown. Makes sense. What's over here? NASA Cooperation Review. Following the NASA/FBC Coordination Agreement of 1972, the Bureau has provided NASA with numerous technological advancements based on our research, including the black rock lining now found in all spacefaring vessels. In return, all data gathered during space missions is made available for Bureau researchers to analyze. Recently, certain individuals have raised the concern that this relationship does not adequately benefit the Bureau, either intellectually or financially. A thorough examination of the costs accrued by both organizations has shown that the expense of NASA's recent launch of the Blank far outweighs any spending related to the processing and delivery of black rock. From its medium Earth orbit, the Blank will provide the Bureau with an unparalleled resource for remotely monitoring and photographing AWE sites, a resource that would be lost if the partnership ends. It is the opinion of this committee that maintaining a cooperative relationship with our colleagues at NASA is of vital importance. Make sense? What's through here? The most brightly lit bathroom in the entire cosmos, because everything outside is incredibly dark.
Reminder, all employees are required to report their hours at the end of each month.
Do you not punch in and
Federal
punch out on a
Bureau
daily
of
basis?
Control maintains that time is not subjective, and hours passed on alternative planes cannot be claimed. Astral dives do not accumulate overtime compensation. Thank you for your attention.
Yeah, apparently delays caused by house shifts do not count either. Okay. Sure wish I didn't throw away my my light source.
Agent Fisher, day 6 inside the motel. Utilized surveillance methods are as follows. Fiber optic cameras slid under the individual room doors. Motion detectors in the lobby area. Tripwire triggering a flash camera across the main entrance. Even fingerprint powder on the front desk. Results are varying at best, but mostly just inconclusive and unusable. The footage is corrupted. Sometimes even the equipment is damaged. I don't know how exactly. I think this place is
I believe it.
that's the only explanation. I can screaming behind the closed doors. I can hear the doorbell ding multiple times a day, but when I look, there's no one there. I know I'm supposed to stay out of sight, but I've seen the doors closing just before I can catch even a glimpse of anyone or anything. They're messing with me, whoever they are. I think. Wait. Shh.
It's gonna crack before he stops talking. Okay, there we go. What? He didn't finish the sentence.
Right. That was faint, but I definitely heard movement coming from the hallway. I think I might have finally caught one. Ha! The recording better work this time, or I swear to God I'm... What? Hello? Who's there? Oh, shit. I'm with the FBC. Move away from the door. I have a... Where's my...
Is that the end of it? I guess that was the end of it. Okay. Did I just glitch through the window without actually breaking it? Don't know how that happened, but sure. The light switch is there. Try not to forget about it. There's a energy thing up here. Another one in here. I'll open that. Hello. Will that let me turn the lights on, please? The Shadow. Well, that's concerning. Her natural entity A10, aka the Shadow, is an aggressive blank consisting of 3 known types. Type A. Localized manifestations of sentient blanks capable of occupying organic and inorganic material, as well as exerting blank over its surroundings. Is that the stuff that I've been defeating with the light, essentially? B. Shaded individuals. Human bodies blank by the Shadow. These individuals become notably more aggressive, but do seem to retain blanks of their previous selves. Research is ongoing as to whether this condition is reversible. Type C, shaded objects. Similar to Type B, except the inanimate objects are blank solely to be used as destructive tools. Each type seems to work towards a shared goal, potentially targeting certain individuals, which may imply a shared link to a blank intelligence. The threat this entity poses warrants immediate exploration of offensive and defensive measures. The investigation sector is being outfitted with additional lighting sources, some internally powered, to prepare for the eventuality of a blank. Yeah, can we turn those lights on, please? Because there's not a lot of
My
them.
understanding of the darkness is fragmented, incomplete. This abyss, this void, it very much does not wish to be understood. If light symbolizes knowledge, then it stands to reason that darkness would equate to ignorance. By its very nature, it abhors comprehension. Of course, my own nature drives me to comprehend all. We are opposing forces, destined to collide. And given this conflict of natures, we know that the light of truth will burn away the darkness, both figuratively and literally. Any significant light source can be used as protection, even weaponry, against this metaphysical gloom. And then there are the artists. I know for a fact that Tom, Wake, the Anderson brothers, and Lane all had some involvement with the darkness. The question is whether their uncanny ability to affect reality through their art beckons the darkness, or did their work perhaps even create it? With Wake now secure in my lodge, I expect I shall grow closer to learning the answers to these questions. Assuming he cooperates, which is proving quite the challenge. Well, perseverance is the foundation of knowledge. Speaking of, I must be off on my rounds.
Okay. That was very long-winded. Eagle Limited summary. A train derailment resulting in 62 casualties and numerous injuries was suspected to have been the work of a paracriminal group known as Blank. As a result of this event, the agents discovered that one of the cars had become altered with a persistent auditory event. It remains to be determined whether the AWE was spontaneous or the direct result of the sabotage. The Bureau had been tracking the group at the time, and the intel gathered suggested an event of this caliber was imminent in Bloomington. As a result, a response team on site was able to respond to the train accident site within minutes of its occurrence. They arrived to find emergency processes underway, but also equipment left behind by the suspected group. A suspicious onlooker managed to elude agents after they attempted to make contact. Further investigation of the accident site revealed a curiously undamaged train car that exhibited an altered state when entered. This individual car was secured and transported to the investigation sector for further studies. I'm going to assume that I'm going to run into it at some point, presumably. Alright, let's hit the button and hope it turns on a light or two. Oh, hello. You're a tankier looking flying hiss than normal. Should I be worried about that? I'm not that worried about it. It can't actually penetrate the... Okay. That really was not that bad. Ow! Who shot me? It was very rude, whoever did that. Oh! I couldn't see him at all. Well, that sucked. I'm gonna have to assume they're spawned now. Yeah. So they're a little tougher because they can actually fly and throw stuff at them. Alright. Help me. far so good. You can help me out as well. Welcome to the team. Hiss Ranger Airborne. The subgroup of Hiss-corrupted Rangers has manifested the ability to levitate, similarly to Hiss-elevated agents. However, these airborne Hiss Rangers display no telekinetic abilities and simply continue to use mundane Bureau weaponry. This evolution, being so similar to the elevated, possibly indicates that Hiss can share permutations through a type of network or perhaps osmosis. However, the fact that this development in Hiss Rangers has only been observed in the investigation sector may indicate that the environmental factor is responsible. They could be responding to an altered item, or other paranatural element found only in that sector. Or perhaps this is the natural progression of the Hiss Ranger phenotype. Not enough time has passed to determine a conclusive trajectory of development. Not enough time has passed to determine a conclusive trajectory of development for each of the Hiss manifestations, assuming any such trajectory exists. Refer to file blank for full report. Alright. Oh, you're just floating there now. Alright, that's fine. There's another... I don't know if that's a light or if that's just me. Ballard, UT. Rocky Mount, VA. New York, New York. Makes sense. Okay. I've not been in this bathroom yet. Thank you. That's Jesse Faden for you. Her and her bathrooms, you know? Let me toss some of my loadout items. Doesn't matter exactly what. Toss a level 3s. Pierce, I will never use it, so toss those. Nope. 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 Won't need that. Charge, don't use it. Pierce, don't use it. Pierce again. I'm okay without. Alright. I guess now I have to just keep moving forward. I'll grab that. Active investigations, okay.
I don't feel right.
Yeah, this does not seem good.
Something in this darkness is draining me.
But my HP is still okay. Okay, so stay in the light. Makes sense. Oh dear.
Shit. Now what?
Oh, hello.
What is that?
That's Hartman.
Powered by hungry darkness.
Come on, elevator, time to go.
Neil Hartman was desperate.
Whoa.
So you don't like the light?
Yeah, that's not news. Okay. Alright. I don't see any more power supplies, so we'll see how that goes. Vending machine. None is known for containment procedures. Testing in the investigation sector is currently ongoing. It's a vending machine. It's front covered in a faux wood panel. It's coin operated, buttons for selecting food products. The item generates and stores a variety of material, both edible and otherwise, in its rows of internal trays. Initial testing suggests the item reacts to the mind of the individual in closest proximity and will produce whatever they subconsciously desire. Attempts to cause the item to create a living blank have consistently failed. Thank goodness for that. The item was discovered in a nursing home in Blank, Alberta, after a resident named Muriel Blank called a local news station about a magic vending machine. The news story reported that the nursing home's staff was purposefully stocking the machine with distinctive food and objects as a way to raise residents' spirits. The Bureau response team encouraged the story while confiscating the item. Makes sense. I hear a timer. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. It's up to activate the light to... Oh, power course! I see. I'm in the light. You can't get me. I'm in the light. He's down there. Okay. Can I read this stuff? I mean, I'm kind of safe back here, right? I hope. What? Dodge efficiency. Personal mods full. Frustration! Okay, toss it. Toss it. Toss all the level 3s, I don't care. Hell, even the level 4s are kind of wasting my time now. Anything to read in here? That's my real question. There is. Night Springs Screenplay, page 1. Note. This screenplay was found after the Bureau acquired the Night Springs television series and all of its past episode scripts. It appears to be written by Alan Wake as part of an application to become one of the show's writers. Episode Over the Threshold Darkly by Alan Wake. It is only human nature to wish to control the forces around us, and even more so to possess them. But what happens when those forces are not ours to claim, or even of this world? What if they are the things you can discover in Night Springs? We are in the secret lab. The large sign on the wall reads the Federal Bureau of Night Springs. I've told you several times, Director, it isn't ready. It's ready when I say it's ready, Doctor. But the being beyond the portal, we have no control over it. Okay. And that's my application for any acting, I guess. Don't ask me, because I am very monotone. Okay. The creature's over there. I'm so glad I can fly. It is actually so helpful. Ah. Anything I can read back here? Or down here? Oh, hello, arcade machines. I saw there's an achievement for playing an arcade machine, but I don't know how that's supposed to work out, because I can't activate that. Maybe after this boss fight I'll try one out. Okay, you sound good and sane and normal. Oh, that did not seem good. Oh no, that's just the ceiling falling apart because I was near it. Boop. Okay.
Yeah, how do you like that?
You know, not much is stopping him from just like crawling out and punching me or something. The good news is though he's gone.
Arcade machines.
Hey.
Shin. Shin?
It's an altered item.
Whoa. Whatever.
Sure, I'll do it. Crowd control. What the sh... Okay, so it's a mini game. This looks like a recycled area. This seems familiar. You know what? Just be my friend. Oops. He's not being my friend. Please be my friend. Thank you. Okay, nearly died already. Off to a great start. Holy crap. They do a lot of damage. I'm a little concerned. This is the first wave. Oh. This is the first wave. This is bad. Help me. They're very tanky. Don't like that. Still only the first wave. I don't even know where they are. Okay. Help me. Oh, that was one wave of like 8. Excellent. I feel like this is not good. All of one is one. Oh god! I lived. Oh, it's one of those invisible guys, I see. Come on. I know you went in here. Or maybe not. Where are you hiding? I need to actually kill you before I can proceed. This is going to be less about survival and more me looking for the damn thing now. I know I saw it come back here, but it's not back here. I'm like, did it go upstairs? Did it get stuck? Can it get stuck? Oh. No, it's only glowing red because it's an explosive. Oh, hello. There's like one guy all the way over there. You can help me. That was it. Okay, that's what I was thinking was here. That's like my #1 priority right now. It shouldn't be though, because I'm dying. This is bad. Very bad. Oh! Well then. Let's try Deadline instead. Eliminate 50 enemies. Okay. Ow. Okay. Can you help me, please? Thank you. That works. That works. I feel like I'm not powerful enough for some of these. I mean, I could be doing it wrong, but I'll know. Yeah, I definitely feel like I'm doing something wrong, because I'm not strong enough. That's kind of the feeling I'm getting. Help me. How are you still alive? Gonna die. You're a big guy. Well. Well, I tried. It's stupid. I can't be bothered with these. I'm not high enough level or something. Okay, well, screw that shit. Let's focus on the dark place.
Investigations.
Oh, hey, Langston.
Don't scare me like that, Langston.
If you're talking right now, I can't hear you. It's a one-way system. Try to find an intercom.
Always check behind the main path. Always look. Alright, unlock everything for me, please.
Langston, it's me, Jesse.
I know. I can see you on the monitors. The cameras in there haven't worked since we sealed that sector off a couple years back.
Let me guess. You sealed it because of the monster guy.
Wait, did you see Dr. Hartman? Jesus, I really wish you hadn't opened that firebreak. Okay, listen, you need to find Hartman and kill him before he gets out into the Bureau.
That thing is a person?
We knew that, come on.
He was a person.
Don't act so surprised.
Study after he was, altered in an AWE. I forget the medical word for what happened, but now light physically hurts him. Do you have a flashlight?
No.
A lantern? Headlamp? Oh yeah, flare gun. Oh, Christmas lights. You could wrap them around your...
I don't have any of those, Langston.
Shit. Okay, well, I'm sure you'll think of something. I'll keep an eye on you from the Panopticon. This is kind of exciting, right?
For you.
Maybe from where you're standing.
Right, okay. Well, break a leg. Oh, why did I say that?
Okay.
I hope not to.
This Hartman thing can't have gotten very far. Let's go flush him out. Langston was right. This is kind of exciting.
It's just nice to have someone to talk talk to, you know? Ever since I got put in charge of the Panopticon, people treat me different, like I'm crazy for wanting to work with altered items. People just don't understand the altered items like I do, you know? I don't want to brag, but it does take a very empathetic mind to connect with the items.
Doesn't want to brag.
Making it so personal.
Right.
I mean, the teams in research handle paranatural materials every day, and no one thinks they're weird. Well, maybe that's not true. Darling is famous for being a bit out there, but when he's weird, it's charming. Altered items really aren't that frightening once you get to know them. If you figure out what they like or don't like, you know, what sets them off, then there's nothing to worry about. I guess at the end of the day, we're still just wild animals scared of our own shadows. We're supposed to be on the same team, but sometimes it feels like it's every department for themselves, like it's a race and we're all trying to be number one. If it is a race, though, I'd say Darling is a mile ahead of everyone else. He was Trench's golden boy for years, but that relationship has gotten pretty tense, or so I've heard through the grapevine. Not that I spread rumors, just, you know, people talk. Not me, though. I keep my nose to the grind. Too much work to do to focus on those kinds of things. I need to stay focused so I can get my work done and get home to feed Alfred.
He's just gonna talk forever, isn't he?
Make it home for me.
Yeah, I'm just listening.
So I have my neighbor check in on Alfred at 7 o'clock if I'm not back yet. She's very nice. Her name is Maria. She's older. She came to New York in the 50s to attend school and has been here ever since. She has a couple of kids. I met them at Thanksgiving. Big family. Very nice people. Anyway, she has a key to my apartment, and she gives Alfred his dinner if I'm not home. I'm gonna have to buy her a nice fruit arrangement as a thank you after this. I'm missing a lot of Alfred's meal times. She's probably gonna have to go to the store for more wet food. I'll have to remember to pay her back. Hold on, let me make a note. Pay back Maria.
Is Alfred your son or a dog?
Alfred.
Because I'm not sure right now.
Food. Okay. Oh, one more thing. And buy her.
See, the unfortunate thing is, I have two people at work who are kind of like this. And I can't step away from them. And they keep talking.
Done. Are you
And they don't stop.
Person? I don't think I ever asked. You seem like one, though. You'd like Alfred. He's
Alfred's a cat. Got it.
Really carries himself well, you know? I named him after my favorite poet. Felt like a good fit. I got Alfred just before Sylvia died when I was at the... You know, I don't really remember where I got Alfred from. But, boy, those two did not get along. Oh, no. Sylvia thought she owned the place. Didn't like me getting in her way. Scratched me more than once when I was just trying to move her food bowl. That cat was a real asshole.
Wow.
I'm realizing now that
That's
language
kinda
was
harsh.
not entirely, professional. You see, Sylvia didn't tolerate most people, or animals, or anything. And that's what I meant when I said asshole. I would never use that word about a person.
Kind of like if I walked down here, he would stop talking, right?
Hey, there's a light flashing on the console here. I got to, check this out. I'll get back to you later.
Real smooth, Langston.
Excellent. Okay, as I was saying, I have two people at work who are kind of like this. One in particular, if you try to turn away and walk away, or even look away from him, he's going to grab you by your wrist or your shoulder or whatever and spin you back so he can keep talking to you. It's a very special guy. Let's go. I'm not sure what this section is called. I see another turntable area, though. There's a control point here. This is the Fra Moro AWE. Okay. Honestly, I think I'm happy to end it here, though. I hope that you enjoyed this episode of Control. We started the DLC, and I hope that you're doing well wherever you are. And we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.